Hello?
Hey, hey, are you busy?
I was on the phone with Rick Maroon. What's up?
Um, can't wait till you get to, I need to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
You talking to Reverend Rose.
Yeah, he'll call me back.
Okay. Yeah, I want to ask you something. Do I have a problem?
What you did up here, that's sad, Richard. Yeah.
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 Okay.
The thing it is, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna, well, yeah, I'm gonna do something about it.
What's that?
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Well, I'll tell you, man. Just, just don't hurt yourself.
Okay.
And don't hurt nobody else.
Okay.
That's all I can tell you, man, because, you gotta, you know, this gotta come from you,
Okay.
okay? You know, what the heck is wrong with this thing? Do y'all have trouble with y'all TV down there?
The power went out. It shut back on and it shut back off and came on slowly, um, 8 or 9, 10 times, and it shut off for good.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be so it could be an overload.
Is it still off?
Yeah, it's still off. It could be an overload of somebody's like using the power too much by turning their
Well,
air condition low, meaning they're turning their air condition high, meaning they're turning their air condition low,
mm-hmm.
too low. I
Well,
mean,
my computer just went off, and TV, the channel 7 is going off there,
okay.
so I don't know what it is.
Okay, hey, back to you. Tell me not to hurt myself and what I did the other day. Meaning I have a problem. Tell me why I did what I did.
I don't know why you did that. I couldn't answer you that, man. That's a question you answer yourself.
Okay.
I don't know why you did that.
Okay. Why I lost it when we are coming back on that trip from Dallas.
Yeah. Well, it seemed to me that you was mad because I was driving the car. That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah.
And, that's all I could think of, Richard.
Okay.
But there's still no, shouldn't act that way.
Okay.
Shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But, long as you know, that's the answer to the question right there.
Okay.
So you got the question answered, and you know what to do.
Okay. Let me.
So, huh?
No, never mind.
Okay. One other thing. I'm filling out this form on your food stamp.
Yeah.
I gotta have tell Angie to make me a picture of your driver's license and a picture of your social security card.
Okay.
And I have that thing down on the mark for you to sign. We can go ahead and send it off.
Okay.
I got a whole bunch of paperwork that I got to get down to the church, and I just found out a while ago that Bishop's supposed to have all that stuff in their hand tomorrow.
Okay.
They moved the dates up, so I'm in a bind right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. All right, man. You have a good night.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, what my dad was saying that on my previous video up on my channel titled "I Lost It, Happier Abroad." I lost it because my dad was saying a lot of negative things that wasn't true about, other countries have problems, and even though America has problems, this is one of the best countries in the world. So, a guy by Brian Deebs left a comment on that video stating that he lived in Europe, mostly in France, and he said that I can tell for a fact that your father is wrong on a lot of things. Let me tell you about my father. My father is a bully. He's shady, he's crazy, and he's weird. And in the past, I lost it and got angry. And on that phone call, he mentioned that, he said that I got a problem. Well, the problem is it's him, it's him and people here in America that drove me to lose it. It's like this, my father came over one day, he brought some bacon over, he comes over to my house and doesn't say a word. He just comes over out of the blue and tells me to do something, and I don't want to argue with him or complain. I just get up and just does what he tells me to do. Okay, he brought the bacon over in a package that he bought at the grocery store for me. And I asked, and he asked me for a knife, and I told him, well, my sister's coming over, and she's not gonna be out of the house for very long because she's coming back. And I told him, well, you can let her do that. And he said, well, I don't trust her. I said, okay, let me do it. He just ignored me and just went and did it. He cut the bacon in two with a knife. And after he did it, I said this. Look at that. I mean, I can do this myself. And he says this. I want you to go and put the bacon up. I said, yeah. So I just went back to doing what I was doing. I mean, I was cooking some food for myself. And he just looked at me with a disgust look on his face, like I disrespected him. I mean, in the past, my dad bullied me. He talked down to me. I volunteered to help him out on things, and he just ignores me and just goes and does it himself. I remember I had a job, and I told my boss that to give me a day off, so I can go help my father on restoring my brother's old car. He was looking for parts for my brother's car, and I volunteered to help him out. He ignored me and just went and did it anyway. And I saw the parts in the car, and I went to ask him, like, why you didn't tell me that you want me to help you? I mean, I asked you to help him. I told you I want to help you out. Yeah, I went and told him that. Yeah, I went and told him that before he went and got parts for it. They asked him, like, why you just went out and just got the parts anyway and didn't ask me? And he said, you were at work. So I didn't want to argue with him. So when I went and complained about what he did, it just snowballs. It just goes into an argument. If I call him out on what he's doing that's not right, he will argue with me at the drop of a hat. And my dad's wrong on everything. I mean, what the things he does to me is just wrong. I mean, he bullies me, he talks down to me, he treats me like dirt, he doesn't say a word to me about anything. And he did some weird stuff to me in the past, like He taught me how. I mean, he went and shaved me with some magic shave, teaching me how to use some shaving cream, to get rid of razor bumps on my neck and all. He okay, he doesn't teach me a thing. He doesn't say a word to me. He just applies this stuff on me, shaves me with a butter knife, then has me get into the bathtub naked, and I get in the bathtub naked, sit in the bathtub, and he washes all this stuff, the shaving cream off of my face. And I said, well, I mean, why you? I see. Well, actually, going back to him shaving me with a butter knife, and I said, well, why are you shaving me with a butter knife? I mean, why are you using that? And he said, it's okay. Don't complain. Calm down now. So I just sat, didn't say a word, and he just did everything for me. He said he was gonna teach me how to do this, but there was no talking. He didn't say how he did it or anything. He just did it all for me. Like, basically, he just did all this stuff for me like I was a child. Like he was like bathing me when I was a little boy. And it was kind of weird. And technically he's doing this because, well, I have a learning disability. I mean, meaning I have memory issues, and I can't remember what I've learned or memorize anything, or it's like this. If someone tells me to do something, I'll completely forget it, and I won't have a clue what I did, and also I can't comprehend, meaning I can't remember what I've learned, and and I can't serve jury duty because of this. I can't go to a courthouse and serve jury duty because I gotta memorize. I gotta pay attention to what the defendant did, how he committed the crime and all. And, I'm just unable to do that. So I'm just basically, my dad just helps me out on everything. Basically, he does everything for me, and I'm just basically in the dark on everything. Yeah, and and there's certain things I can talk to him about. If I talk to him about some things, but on other things that I try to talk to him on, he'll cut me off. He'll cut me dead in the sentence and won't let me say anything. And being cut off dead in the sentence, I get this all the time here in East Texas, and I get this here in East Texas. My neighbor across the street just came to my house and asked me what was going on with the electricity, and I tried to tell him like what the electricity was doing in my house. I mean, the power went off like 9 or 10 times, then it came back on slowly. It did this 9 times, and finally it just shut off for good. So my house doesn't have any electricity. So I tried to tell him this, like, when the power was going off and coming back on like three or 4 times, he wouldn't let me say anything. He just kept running his mouth. He asked me, I tried to explain to him like what was going on with me. He asked me, do you have the same electricity provider? I mean, are you getting the power? Are you getting power from the same electricity from the same electricity company as me? And I just say one little thing, that's it. I mean, I couldn't say more. So yeah, I mean, I get this all the time, and stuff like this. I mean, is the reason why why I get mad and lose it. And you just heard on that phone call, my dad said I got a problem, and saw a bunch of therapists last year because of that. Because of this, and one of the shrinks prescribed me with some pharmaceuticals where my dad approved of to take and to help me cope with my problems. Basically, it's gonna make me all drowsy and make me fall asleep. That's what it's gonna do. It's not gonna help me with my problems. And yeah, I don't know what to do. I'm just screwed. I'm screwed. I mean, I'm struggling to find a job. I mean, I have money problems. I mean, don't want to get into that. I mean, I just don't know what to do. I mean, I'm not going to commit suicide. So I don't know. I mean, so I just give up on Winston Wu's philosophy and just put on a fake mask and just fake it and keep from going nuts and killing myself. Cause I guess just faking it and just faking it and be stuck in a box and just be dumb and ignorant of everything. I mean, and just let people walk all over me. And I guess I mean that's better than losing it and hurting people. I mean, and I'm never gonna have a girlfriend at all. Never gonna have one, ever. So I'm just gonna be alone for the rest of my life, and I just gotta accept this. At least I can talk to my friend Captain Brandon Horror Lover, or Brannon. I guess I can talk to him, or I can talk to Brian Deebs, Damien. I can talk to these guys because these guys don't think I'm a nutcase. I mean, my friend Brandon dropped some comments, tell me that a lot of Americans are voting with their feet. Some Americans are voting with their feet, and they're moving overseas. They're getting out of this country because of how America is, how this country is. And he says there's no political nonsense. They're just voting with their feet, and they're just sick of how the U.S. is. Cause I know it's how. Because, I put two to two together, and I know it's how America is. How people in America are, like, how my dad is, how my sister is, My sister, she's kind of like my dad. She bullies me around, talks down to me, yells at me. And this is kind of strange from her. I mean, she kept a copy of my yearbook of a school that I used to go to. I went to high school, and she kept a copy of my high school yearbook, which to me is kind of strange. I mean, if I have a younger brother and he graduates from high school, I'm not gonna keep a yearbook of his school. I mean, that's kind of weird. It's just odd. My dad and my sister, even though both of them are bullies, even both of them are crazy, even both of them are bullies, and even though they're crazy, they're very weird and my dad, he's very, very shady, So I'm looking at this, Winston Wu showed me the light. He showed me why. He showed me why he showed me why that the problem is not with me. It's with my dad and society here in America. Or Texas, I mean. So the problem is them. It's not me. But but in my dad's mind, I'm the problem, and if I lose it or do something that I will regret, it's my fault. Blame myself. Don't blame anybody else. You know. You know. I don't talk to my dad and my father a lot. I mean, I don't talk to them at all. I barely ever say anything to them. And my sister, she goes behind my back and tells my dad that, oh, he's in his room all the time and he barely ever comes out. Well, I'll tell you why. Well, cause my sister's so psychotic. I mean, she acts weird and she acts crazy and she talks down to me and she treats me like dirt. And she's very, very toxic. She's ignorant and she's just stuck in the box. And she just loaded up on so many pharmaceuticals, so many pills. And that's why her behavior is just so weird and just abnormal and just out there. I mean, how American society is now today, it's not normal. It's abnormal. But everybody runs around and but everybody acts like it's normal. And it's not normal to me. And going back to these guys going on these mass shootings, I mean, this abnormal society, it just drives them to go on these shootings. I mean, they grab a gun, shoot, kill people, turn a gun on themselves and kill themselves, or get shot and killed by police. So, yeah. I'm just screwed. I mean, I'm just really, really screwed. All these problems I have now, like it goes back to the 6th grade when I was friends with Amy Parks. I was friends with her, and she turned on me, and that just led to me losing it and hurting people. I mean, yeah, I mean, so I think that the problem is this. It's not my problem. It's not my fault. The problem is society, the people of society, my dad included, in an unhealthy foods that contains GMOs, a lot of oils and a lot of sugar, a lot of sugar, like, and eat all this food. It just makes you overweight, makes you gain a lot of weight. Yeah. So yeah. So that's all I gotta. So that's why So yeah, I had to share this video with all of you. I have to. I have to do it. You know. I have to. I mean, I don't know when the power is gonna come back on. I mean, I'm not in a big hurry to upload this video up on my channel. So, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna give a message out to my good. I'm gonna give a message out to some people who comment on my videos on my channel. The first person is Brandon, who's my friend. And Brandon told me, hey, Richard, it's nice talking to you. Brandon, it's nice talking to you. I mean, you're a cool guy. I mean, you understand. You understand what I'm going through because you're going through the same thing as well. Yeah. So, you're the only person I can get along with, And this goes out to Brian Deebs. Hey, Brian. Yeah. I saw that you left some comments to Brandon, and you revealed that you know Winston Wu since the late '90s and early 2000s. So yeah, so you probably you're probably about you're around Winston's age. So yeah. So yeah, hey man, you said we can talk sometimes, but I'm trying to set up a Facebook page. We can talk through there, or we can talk through the comments on one of the videos on my channel if you want. You don't have to. You don't have to do it. Yeah, I know you're busy. You're in New York, and New Yorkers are busy. They're trying to get to work. Yeah. And also I want to say something to Damien. Hey Damien. Thank you for setting me straight about Midtown. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Midtown or anything, but the Midtown movement makes a lot of sense. It's just a message. To women of the radical feminist movement and the Me Too movement and society against men and society makes men commit suicide. I'm aware of that. I saw what happened to Robin Williams when he was like getting hounded by two ex-wives over alimony payments or money, and he just went through depression and he just committed suicide. And I heard about this and it just angered me. And you also said that you said that society is messed up, and it is. Society is messed up on all different levels. I don't know how it is in the United Kingdom, but I don't know. I'm kind of torn how the UK is, I've been there, I haven't been in that country for very long. I've been there, went through Heathrow Airport to go to the cruise ship on Southampton, England. Where I went on that cruise to all those other countries in Northern Europe back in 2017. Yeah, when I got on a cruise ship, I saw some Brits sat in a table like that was next to them. It was a lady and her two daughters. She got up and walked and went somewhere. Then she came back and she looked at me and gave me and smiled at me. So I don't know. You say you're alone and you don't have any friends because you're black. Damien. Hey, I'm more than happy to be your friend, Damien. And thanks for resubbing to me. Okay, I appreciate that. I really do. All I need is all I need is to be around some people who are down to earth, civil, and just with it, who and are not brain dead and psychotic like people here in America, you know. Yeah, so so I so my father telling me I have a problem, you know. The problem is not with me. The problem is him. You know, and I can prove that by going overseas, but you know, the job situation, looking for the jobs, looking for a job situation is kind of difficult, you know. Um, Everything's automated online, you know. I'm trying my best to do this, you know. Uh, Been unemployed since 2012, you know. I'm unemployed since 2012 because, you know, I worked at Walmart from 2011 to 2012. In 2012, I mean, I just got fed up with all the craziness. People were yelling at me, rushing me, acting like idiots, acting like clowns. It just got to me, and I just turned around and walked out. And my dad added this to a long list of problems of what's wrong with me. You know, him spending money on me, wasting money just to take me to see a bunch of therapists didn't help me at all. And after he put me through all of this, he put the nail in the coffin by saying this to me: "You brought this on yourself." And my dad's very hardcore. He's very strict. He's basically an asshole, you know. So if I lose it, I'll probably kill myself because of people like him. It just feels like prison. Like, it's just crazy. Like I mean, this is unacceptable. I mean, treating someone who's disabled is just unacceptable. Like this, it's just unacceptable, and it is. I mean, I'm going through some crazy, weird stuff with my family. I don't want to talk about it. It's weird and it doesn't make any sense. I mean, Brandon. I mean, my friend Brandon doesn't have to go through what I'm going through. Brian Deebs doesn't have to worry about going through what I'm going through. Damien doesn't have to worry about what I'm going through. You have to go through. These people don't have to worry about going through what I'm going through. I guess because I'm disabled. And it sucks. So let me get this straight. So in order for me to stay alive, I gotta stop eating. I gotta stop exercising, eat a lot of junk, gain weight, just be stuck in the box like everybody else, just be in the dark because of my father. My father doesn't tell me anything. He doesn't tell me nothing. He just keeps me in the dark on everything. And he just hates people calling him out on what he's doing that's wrong. He just hates it. And he just quick to shut them up. I remember I tried to call him out and put him on blast. He shuts me up. Hey, be quiet, no, hey. And he snaps his fingers and shut me up. He's very, very, very strict. But you know, Like my friend Brian Deeb said after he watched that video of me telling him how my dad is and what he thinks of everything on one of my videos, he said that my father is wrong on a lot of things. And he is wrong, Brian. You are right. He is wrong. He is wrong on everything. But in his mind, he's right. I'm wrong. I mean, I shouldn't show them that video. I shouldn't show them some of those videos up on Winston Wu's Happier Abroad YouTube channel. Because when I show one of those videos of Winston to my dad, he called the man a nutcase. He's nuts. And I'm trying to figure out why he's not blaming himself for his problems. And he's not, is he trying to sell something? And he just quick to point out women being paranoid, everybody being paranoid and afraid because someone's out to get him, and the serial killers. He just quick to point that out and told me what he just said. And he was just so crazy about it. He was nuts. So, yeah. And my sister, she's even worse than him. Like, both my dad and my sister, they're both overweight. They're both nuts. My dad has a big pop beer belly gut. And my sister is fat. And she eats more food than me. She eats everything in sight. And she leaves me nothing. Like, I barely eat anything. The only things that she will not eat is fruits and vegetables. I eat the fruits and vegetables. She doesn't. She eats potato chips. She drinks a lot of soda. A lot of Minute Maid fruit punch. And she hates carbonated mineral water. And she drinks no water at all. And my dad does the exact same thing. And and I remember I went to my doctor. His name is Dr. Japana, Screeman Japana. He's a doctor from India. He's been living here for quite a while. I told him about my father gaining so much weight. I told him, well, I don't want to end up like my dad, so I want to eat healthy and cut out foods that are high in sugar, high in fat, high in calories, high in cholesterol, and has too much sugar in him. He's on a lot of cholesterol medicine. And I remember I went to see my doctor, and my blood test results came back on my health that I had sky high cholesterol because I was eating a lot of junk and I was gaining weight. Okay, after that, the blood test results were just confusing. They didn't make any sense. The nurses were saying that one of the nurses were nuts. It was a girl, and she said this. You have very high cholesterol. Woo, your cholesterol is very high. It's very high. If it gets out of hand, we're gonna give you some medicine to keep it down. Then I went and talked to my dad about it. I'm thinking that the blood test results were from my father and not from me. Come to find out, they were from me. And my dad went and told me that your doctor checked your blood. He said the cholesterol was high. Then he checked it again, and it went down, and it just didn't make any sense. Like, it was very confusing. It just didn't make any sense. I got something out of this. And it told me that I need to exercise. So I started exercising. I think the first 2 months of 2018, I just went hardcore and just exercised. exercise and exercise. And month by month by month, I lost a lot of weight. I started getting skinny and muscular and lean. And I started eating fruits and vegetables and started drinking more water and drinking carbonated mineral water. And yeah, right now, I mean, I've been slacking off on my exercising routine, but I'm getting back into it now. Going back to my doctor, Dr. Japana, I told him about my dad was gaining weight. He told me that I said, well, I cut back on things that are making me gain weight, and I want to exercise more, and and eat right. Yeah, eat right. And he told me this. Oh, yeah, we don't want to pick on your father because he's taking some medicine. He's doing very well. And your sister and your mother, I mean, they're watching what they drink and what they eat because they're diabetics. And I said, well, yeah, that's good and all, but I just want to exercise and eat right and just try to and just eat healthy and just eat right. And he just didn't want to hear and just walked away. Yeah, and he just walked away. And he just laughed at the whole thing, So basically, he's just a doctor. All he cares about is making money. And he owns 2 Mercedes, and all he cares about is making money and paying these car notes and just getting rich. That's all he cares about. In the past, he rejected me because he didn't want to take my health insurance anymore, and I had to go to another doctor over my father. So yeah, it just shows that he's no good. I mean, yeah. So anyway, that's all I gotta say in this video. I'm gonna give a big shout out to all my subscribers, weirdo Canadians, Americans, British people. I'm gonna give a shout out to all of them, and I'm gonna thank them all. I want to thank all of them for subbing to me. Okay, that's all I gotta say in this video. See you later.